Shop the Sherwin-Williams Labor Day sale and get 35% off paints and stains August 22nd through September 4th. With prices starting at $31.84, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Chris Merrill, KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk in for Mo Kelly tonight. If there's one thing I know about humans, it's that we can't have nice things. We just can't have nice things. And I think this goes back to our childhood. Now, without our tech director, Sam, who also happens to be a licensed therapist and for some reason loves to come in here, I suppose this is the, what do you call this? Like a gig economy type thing that is better for your own mental health than driving Uber?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe not any less dangerous, but it might be better for your mental health. That's fine. If there's one thing I know, going back to our childhood, is that we build things up and then we destroy them, especially little boys. Little boys love to destroy things. And I don't know why that is, but it's true. We get building blocks and we're all excited. We're like, look, we stacked the A on top of the B on top of the C, and now we get to knock it over. We build a sandcastle so that we can kick it over. Or we build it close to the water so that when the tide comes in, we can watch it get washed away. Don't know why. If we find a stick, that stick immediately becomes a weapon and we start beating posts and trees. It's just what we do. I don't know why little boys do it, but we do. In fact, if you take a look at most professional sports, there's some element of trying to destroy things. Baseball, how hard can I hit this ball? Football, how hard can I hit this dude? It's just what we do. Basketball is non-contact. And what do they all do? They all pretend they've been contacted. It's the flopperama is what happens. And then hockey, which is basically like the violence of football, the speed of any other sport, faster than any other sport there is, and then let's go ahead and put knives on their feet. It's amazing. It's amazing. We love to destroy things, which is why whenever I see a story like this, I'm convinced it is only a matter of time before somebody says, yeah, that's not going to work. Chipotle, Dallas, is trying something new. Zipotle. So Chipotle is announcing it's now partnering with Zipline. Zipline is a drone delivery company, and they're going to start delivering orders by drone to certain customers. We've already seen Amazon try this in various places. So Chipotle is rolling this out in the failed Republic of Texas. So the way it works is Zipotle, or Zipline, has a fleet of quiet, zero-emissions aircraft. In other words, electric drones. And they make deliveries to customers. Their whole deal is you push a button, and in no time, you've got a burrito in your hand. Sounds great. Except we're humans, and we love to mess things up. It will take about 0 days before some teenager sees this going by and decides, hey, Brady, Braylon, Cade. What's another Gen Z alpha type name? Help me out here. Talon. I knew two guys named Talon. They both spelled Talon differently, and neither one of them spelled it like you would for a bird. Is that weird?
Talon?
Talon.
Eesh.
One was Talin, the other one was Talyn. But not Talon. Talon. Weirdos. Anyway. God. White people are a mess nowadays. They really are. I don't know what's wrong with them. Anyway, you're going to get these punks, and they're going to see this, and they're going to go, that's a free burrito if I can knock it out of the sky. It's going to happen. I'm excited about the prospect of it. I just am pessimistic about the practicality of it. There is a weight limit, and I think this could be problematic for Chipotle. There's a weight limit right now of 5.5 pounds, which is about half of a Chipotle burrito. It will go up to 8 pounds in time, they say. That's when they get the more advanced electric drones, I suppose. But somebody is going to ruin that, no doubt. And maybe this one could be coming a little bit closer to home, a little sooner. Robomart. Are you familiar with Robomart? It is an LA-based company They have the new Robomart RM5. Awesome. It's a level 4 autonomous vehicle. Level 4 autonomous means it can drive itself.
Yeah.
Okay. It's an autonomous vehicle, can carry up to 500 pounds. It has 10 individual lockers in it. It looks like a little bus. It almost looks like one of those electric buses. I was in Vegas last weekend, and they've got electric taxis floating around, and it's just like, it looks like a square box. It's just a box with 4 wheels on it. That's what this looks like. Okay?
Yeah, like a locker with wheels. Yeah,
exactly what it is. Mm-hmm. Yep, very good. So it will deliver things to customers, and the whole idea is that they can use the robots to operate on-demand delivery, similar to places like DoorDash or Uber Eats. They say what is different is the cost structure for customers. So instead of thank you for your McDonald's order, your Big Mac meal is $12. Total by the time it gets to your house is $321.17, because we have every fee in the world added on to our DoorDash or Uber Eats. They say delivery fee on this is $3. That's it. $3 delivery fee. The company hopes it's going to be a much more attractive option than the multiple fees typically charged by the delivery apps. I love the idea. Again, what's going to happen when trying to think of a name. Sam, I'm trying to just combine names here. Samantha. Yeah. No, but it's going to be like Samantha with a Y.
Okay.
Yeah. What happens when they decide we're going to see what's in this thing? I have very little faith in humanity.
I look at it like this, and this is the argument that we've been having for a while now.
Okay.
When it came to Waymo, and the first was, oh no, Waymo, it'll never work. They're gonna burn the things in the street, and and then there were all the fake protests in San Francisco, put on by rideshare folks, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But it's not really something that's going to be long term. Yes, you'll have folks who vandalize them, but no one is vandalizing little robots that are going around downtown LA right now. For the most part, some of them have been tagged, some of them have been knocked over, but people are still getting their orders, and those things are still all over downtown LA.
But Waymo is a cab. I mean, it's not delivering things.
But the robots. I'm talking about not Waymo now. I'm saying first people talked about Waymo, and then now the little robots that go around downtown LA and are delivering food. Yeah. No one is vandalizing those, and people aren't robbing them, stealing people's foods, as people are getting their meals.
All right, well, just wait until the recession hits.
Yeah,
you just wait. Wait until times get tough.
Yeah.
Look, I covered the protests, the immigration protests, when they started burning those Waymos, and I saw the doofy kids with their skateboards going out there and jumping on top of the Waymos and beating the hell out of them with skateboards and tagging them and lighting them on fire. I mean, I see it.
They also burn police cars.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That, like, stupid kids do what stupid kids do, but it's not sustainable. It's not something that's going to be long lasting. These things, they'll be out there, and yes, there will probably be vandalism, just like there are people standing in front of Waymos and all that. But long term, no, because again, this is going to be the wave of the future, and eventually that stupidity will be weeded out to the point where it's like, leave those things alone. It's boring attacking them now because kids get bored. They don't want to do something new.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
I see the logic of your. I see the logic of your point here. I can't agree with you, but I can see how you got there, and I hope that you were right, my friend. I do. I hope you're right.
Your lack of humanity disturbs me.
Well, you know what? I got to thinking about what are other examples, and I thought, okay, well, nobody was chopping down telephone poles because we all went, well, we need the telephone poles. Nobody wants to cut those down, right? But then again, we also have had a number of people that have stolen the copper out of radio towers and cell towers and things like that because they wanted the copper, and they didn't care that it knocked the radio station off or a TV station off or knocked the cell phone down. They just wanted the copper. So, I hope you're right. You have more faith in humanity than I do. You're a much more, positive person than I am.
I'm just a futurist. I think that technology will win over humanity.
See, and I think that humanity is always going to strive to, race to the bottom. I mean, look what happened with Cracker Barrel. Somebody changed their own logo, and America freaked out. We decided to boycott a restaurant we weren't going to in the first place, which is why they changed it. Yeah. They're like, wow, our sales are waning. We need to update our image. And they do, and everybody's like, how dare you? I'll never not go back there again. Wait.
People are stupid.
And did you see what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel caved.
This just in, Cracker Barrel is going back to its old logo. The company just made the announcement minutes ago. The old logo features the man and the barrel. The new logo, which is now going away, is on the right. The company released a
Obviously, radio, you can't see it.
statement thanking its guests for sharing their opinions.
All right. Did you know the name of the guy in the Cracker Barrel logo before this whole controversy began?
No, was he the cracker?
Yes. Yeah, you noticed it wasn't a black guy in that picture.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Did
Very
you know his
clever.
name? You know his name, Mark?
I don't, but I will say that my understanding is that the reason for that change from the simpler logo is so it'd fit on like little app buttons.
Ooh, that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, because the guy and the barrel and then the name, that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't think it was any concession to woke or any other asinine stuff.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, it
I
is.
know. Yeah, I know because the internet told me.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I stand
boy.
corrected.
Oh, the internet. Boy.
By the way, his name is Herschel. If you didn't know.
Herschel Barrel?
Oh, it might be a Herschel Barrel. I don't know.
Mr. Barrel.
Mr. Barrel.
Mr. Barrel. Mr. Barrel.
What if we come up with our own logo? Whenever I'm in for Mo, we'll just call it Cracker Merrill.
Oh, I like that.
There you go. I love it.
That'll work. I'm down with that. I like that idea. All right, I've got more on food, glorious food. In fact, you're not eating as much, which is great. It's destroying the economy.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640. I'm Chris Merrill in for Mo Kelly. More stimulating talk. Listen anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Food, glorious food. Good news if you're like me, a little beefy. I lost a bunch of weight. A little background here. I lost a bunch of weight. I did it the old-fashioned way with a lot of dieting, and it was terrible. And then I went to my provider and I said, "What about this Ozempic stuff? Would that help?" And they went, "Yeah, if you still want to." I said, "I'd still like to lose another 15, 20 pounds." They said, "Well, I think the Ozempic would help." Since I started, I've now put on 13. That was over a year ago. So, congratulations. I beat Ozempic. Woo! So I've gone to, I just started the tirzepatide. That seems to be going better. I think Zepbound is the tirzepatide. I take the compounded version. And anyway, I can feel the difference right after I take the injection. But after a day or two, it starts to wear off, and then I get cravings, and as soon as I eat something that is ultra-processed, all of a sudden I just find myself going, I gotta have more, I gotta have more, I gotta have more, which is, not great for the scale. Well, good news. Eli Lilly is now seeking, as is Novo Nordisk, seeking a daily pill of GLP-1s.
After Allison Smith gave birth to her son in 2022, she weighed 245 pounds.
Oh, I bet she really appreciates having her weight thrown out here on the news story.
I had just really hit, like a wall.
She went to Dr. Michael Russo at Orange Coast Medical Center and got a gastric sleeve.
Weight loss surgery was a tool that got me so far. My body just was not, it wasn't doing the rest. And so I needed a little bit more help.
Dr. Russo then prescribed different injectable GLP-1 drugs to get her to her desired weight. But using needles is a hassle, so the idea of a pill is attractive.
Anything besides a shot
I gotta tell you, it's not really that much of a hassle. Unless you don't like needles, and then I get it.
is always great.
Eli Lilly says her new weight loss pill, or Forglipron, taken once a day, shows similar outcomes to injections. Participants with obesity lost an average of 27 pounds, or about 12% of their body weight, after taking it for at least 72 weeks.
To have the ability to offer someone a pill when before all we have is injections, that's fantastic. So I'm really excited for the future.
But Dr. Russo is concerned that typical side effects, nausea, abdominal fullness, bloating, and constipation,
That's how you know it works.
might be worse with the pill.
I think we're going to see more of that GI-related side effect profile, similar to what we saw with previous oral semaglutide.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
anything that I could add to the armament is a bonus.
Okay. I'm all for it. I love it, and I hope that the price comes down. That is one of the most prohibitive things about the GLP-1s. All the studies are showing that it is very effective, unless you're like me and then you beat Ozempic. It's very effective. Blood pressure is coming down. heart-related issues are coming. CV issues are coming down. All these things it's great. People are living longer. I don't know why insurance companies aren't covering this because it is saving them money. And the more people they can get on this drug, the more money the insurance companies are going to save. And they could lower rates. Just kidding. They won't. They'll never lower rates. But they could make more money. I love it. You know who doesn't love it? Grocery stores, believe it or not. Grocery stores don't love the Ozempic. Headline from Newsweek, Ozempic costing grocery stores billions. The use of weight loss medications called the glucagon-like peptides, that's the GLP-1s, have skyrocketed. The full health effects of the drug, the long-term, not been studied, but we're finding out more and more that it's good. They are reportedly costing grocers $6.5 billion a year because we're eating less. And they say as more people go on it, they say 8.3% of Americans are planning to start the medications. If that happens, the survey projects losses by as much as an additional $4.5 to $10.8 billion a year. Grocery stores could suffer because you're not eating as much. You're not eating as much, and if that also means that you're healthier, that's great. But that could also mean for the healthcare industry that it ends up having a negative effect on them. If they don't have as many people to take care of, then they don't have as many customers, right? If they don't have as many customers, it could potentially cost them money. In other words, the American economy needs you to be fat. Yep. They need you to be fat. Okay. Isn't that a weird catch-22 that we've put ourselves in because we are such an obese country and we've marketed to obesity for so long? We have a portion of our economy that is based on people supersizing everything in their lives. Is that wild or what when you think about it? That's kind of Freakonomics kind of things. Like the American economy would suffer if people got healthier. Is that nutty?
I mean, there's so many levels to this.
I know. You know what? I want to give it some more time because I am convinced that the economy is also likely to come to the rescue. A poor economy will actually make us fatter. So as we get thin, we actually make the economy struggle. As the economy gets worse, we will get fatter, and I'll tell you why that is next.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Chris Merrill from Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk. The economy is making us fat. It's happening. I told you that Ozempic is costing grocery stores billions. As you lose weight, you're eating less. It's not just grocery stores. It's also restaurants. We'll talk more about that coming up after Mark's news flash here in about, I don't know, it's supposed to be 5 minutes, but let's be honest, I never hit breaks on time. So the inverse is also somewhat true, but it's not because of Ozempic. However, I will tell you this, it ain't cheap. I'm on the GLP-1s. I've been on the GLP-1s for like a year. I lost a bunch of weight, and then I wanted to keep it off, and it's helped me keep the weight off, although I did put on here a little bit recently, mostly because I rediscovered Cheetos. God, I love Cheetos. But it's expensive. When the time comes that I have to try to figure out what bills I'm going to pay, if we're in a situation where we see inflation take off, I can tell you that this is the easiest one for me to cut. It's it. Save myself hundreds of dollars a month. Boom. Just like that. But I also know I'm going to start eating again. It's just what I do because I love processed foods. I absolutely love processed foods. And processed foods are cheap. So not only are people who are on the GLP-1 medications and spending hundreds of dollars a month on that, not only are they going to come off the medications and start buying crap at the grocery store again. Also, where are we seeing prices going up? We're seeing it go up on produce and beef right now. We're seeing these things erupt. So you go to the grocery store, and you know that the healthiest parts of the grocery store, when you walk into Ralph's or whatever, you know that you go around the outside aisles. And the outside is always where they have the freshest stuff. They've got the fresh baked bread. That's better for you than the bread with all the preservatives that come in the bag. You go to, you got the vegetables, you've got the fruits. Those are all on the outside. Right? You've got the fresh cut meats. You don't have the frozen meats. You don't have the high preservative meats, all that other stuff that's in the frozen aisles. You know where the good foods are. It's all on the outside of the store. You've been told that for years. You already know. I'm not telling you anything new. But you also know that you get more for your money when you're not eating fresh food. That is the catch-22 that we are in right now. where when the economy is hurting, the cost of the food you should be eating rises faster, which means that you go eat the junk food faster, which means you get fat. As the economy starts to hurt, you get fatter. Because we go to the processed foods, they're less expensive. The high preservative foods, less expensive. You've got the processed foods, the partially ultra processed varieties, like the frozen foods, like anything that's got the preservatives. Anything that didn't come straight off the animal or the plant is a processed food. And there are different levels of processed foods. But here's the definition, any raw agricultural commodity that has been subject to procedures that alter the food from its natural state. See, if it didn't come straight off the animal or straight off the plant, it's processed. That also could include things like foods that's been crushed, chopped, diced, heated, frozen, cooked, or steamed. So even when you go and get the frozen vegetables, those are considered processed foods. There are different levels of processing because you've heard people talk about ultra-processed foods. There's also minimally processed foods. You might be able to go to your local grocery store and they've already diced an onion for you, for instance. That's not a big deal. But canned foods, those are processed. You've got processed culinary ingredients. You've got processed foods and ultra-processed foods. The more ultra-processed foods you have, the more likely you are to increase your risk for obesity, type 2 diabetes, cancer, early death. The obesity epidemic, in large part, is related to the processed foods. New studies have just come out that have compared the diets and the exercise habits of Americans to other countries where the obesity problem isn't as great. And what they found is we exercise just as much as the other countries. Our normal, everyday, walking from the car to the office, or people who are working jobs where they actually have to use their hands, they're getting the same amount of exercise as other places. The difference is we're eating crap food. That's what they found. We have more ultra-processed foods than other countries. And that creates caloric overconsumption, they say. Which means, I told you, I love Cheetos. I eat those Cheetos. I'm eating half that bag. I'm eating half that bag of Cheetos, and when I get done, I got to have something else to eat. And I'll be the first to tell you, I love Cheetos. Man, I love Cheetos. But I'll have an energy drink every day. Sugar-free, but what am I getting instead of sugar? Sucralose. That's not good for me either. I still do it. The processed foods can change your hormones as well, which affects your appetite regulation, which makes you want to eat more. And let's face it, the nutritional quality is crap. So what does it do? It increases your odds for all those different diseases I told you, obesity, type 2 diabetes, cancer, and early death. And as the economy starts to, what do? I'm not spending all that money on apples. I'm not going to spend all that money on spinach. I can go get canned spinach for a whole lot less than I can get the fresh spinach. I'll do that. I can go get chicken nuggets for a lot less than I can buy chicken breast from the butcher. I'll go do chicken nuggets. Love me some nuggies, too. Delicious. It's not good for us. And so as the economy starts to become more and more uncertain, as the prices rise on these fresh produces, on the meats, like they are with beef, we turn to the alternatives, which are cheaper, and they're killing us. The economy is making you fat. But as you get fat, if the economy is still good, you can always go to the GLP-1s, the Ozempics, which is also destroying another industry. You'll find out what that is next.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
I'm Chris Merrill in from Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk. Listen anytime on demand, the iHeart Radio app. All right, I told you that Ozempic is costing grocery stores billions of dollars. It is, and we also know that if the economy starts to tank, people are going to stop taking Ozempic, which means we're going to go back to the grocery stores. We're going to buy more food, but we won't be able to afford the food because the economy tanked, which means we're going to eat ultra-processed food, which means we're going to get fat, which means as soon as the economy gets better, we're all going back to Ozempic, which is bad for the restaurants. Restaurants are hosed. Margins are already narrow. Restaurants are in a tough spot right now because their best clients are losing weight. And let me tell you, the secret to fast food is that we keep coming back for more because it's ultra-processed, and we love it. Oh, I'm with you. I love it. I love it, too. I love it. The Ozempic boom headline could be bad news for restaurants is more than half of GLP-1 users report cutting back on dining out. And even when we do dine out, we're not eating as much food. Some restaurants are adapting, and they're actually coming up with Ozempic meals from WUSA.
Ozempic isn't just changing people's appetites, it is changing menus and challenging restaurants, too. A new report from PricewaterhouseCoopers says 8 to 10% of Americans are already on GLP-1 weight loss drugs, and as many as 35% say they want to try them. Bloomberg Intelligence found more than half of the users are eating out less. And when they do, a Morgan Stanley report, we're getting these reports in today.
Yeah, aren't we getting these reports in? It's wacky.
We are.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. Hey, we share our good reports, huh? And the girl off camera's like, yep. We do report news, so reports are news. Yeah.
Right.
All right. It's crazy. It's report day. Everybody gives a report.
Okay. Right. It is data. These are facts. They state, Morgan Stanley report states that most order much smaller portions when they do go out. Now, restaurants nationwide are rolling out light menus, smaller plates, even mini cocktails, catering to customers who simply don't want to eat like they used to, which I actually love this idea. At least they have,
Oh, God. It's when they told the TV anchor that, why don't you just, we just need you to kind of vamp for about 30 seconds. All right? We got 30 seconds left before we can go to break. Why don't you just go ahead and fill that, okay? No! TV people can't improv. Ugh.
Love this idea. At least they have, different options on the menu.
I don't know what to say.
Because often when you go somewhere, the portions are
crazy?
so big, and you're like, my goodness, who is this for now?
Oh, yeah. It's for
I
fat
also
people.
do not want a little tiny portion.
No, I don't want the big portion, but I want the small portion. I want the Goldilocks portion. It's got to be just right.
I think I'm like getting like a whole, right? So somewhere in the middle are some options. I think that's awesome.
You know what? I'm going to help you improv here. Okay, that sounds good.
Maybe it's just me, but I actually don't like it when I see smaller portion options because for me, it's more about the price. So if I like the price, I want the full plate. I'll take half what I don't eat home. I don't prefer the smaller option.
Yeah. I wonder if they charge you more for the bigger plate. I wonder if they do that. Yeah. God, TV people. So, here's the dealio on this. Maybe, Sam, you're a therapist. Maybe you can help me. Why is it my eyes are still bigger than my stomach even when I'm on the GLP-1s? What is my compulsion to eat more food? I always want to fill my plate, and then I have this compulsion that I have to eat it or it's going to go to waste. I absolutely cannot throw food away. Is it comfort?
It's comfort. There's something familiar. There's a sense of familiarity when it comes to certain foods, and it gives us a lot of warmth and makes us feel good. It just until we see the outcome, especially if it's something that's highly processed fast food stuff that's not necessarily healthy. And a lot of those foods are specifically designed to get you to crave them more and more and more. So true. Yeah. So true. You may have it in your mind that you want to lose weight, but you have a craving for something that's, overriding your logic.
That happened to me when I went to bed last night. I got off the air and I'm like, okay, I don't need to eat. I'm fine. And I laid there in bed and I was watching a little bit of TV and I was like, I want to eat. All right, give it 5 minutes, see if this craving goes away. And I waited and I was like, nope, I'm still hungry. And so I got up and you know what I had? Cheetos. God, I love Cheetos. I don't know why I love Cheetos so much, but I do. Not the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, not the lime Cheetos. I just want old-fashioned Cheetos.
Now, which one are you on? I'm sorry.
So I was on Ozempic, and then I just went to the tirzepatide.
Okay.
Just went to that this week. I just changed after a year on Ozempic, and it really wasn't helping me lose any weight, but it was helping me maintain. Because I've always yo-yoed, up and down and up and down, which is what a yo-yo does. You're welcome. I just explained that to you.
I love it. Thank
Happy
you.
to do it to you anytime you want. Yeah. So I just went to the tirzepatide, which has got it attacks things in two different ways, and I did notice the first injection I took of that that seemed to really curb my appetite. You know how it is when you're sick and you're just like, I just don't feel like eating?
Yeah.
That's what it is. So even when I'm bored, I don't feel like, I got to go to the fridge, which is one of my biggest issues when I don't have something going on. If I'm, I can't sit still or whatever. Then I'm like, I'll just eat something. I'll just make some nachos. I always do that. I did see this. Have you ever done this? Because I find that the fast food places, it seems like a regular meal. Now, we all have been conditioned to supersize it. A regular meal is plenty. In fact, the kids' meal is probably enough. And now we're finding out 50% of adults have admitted to ordering kids' meals. They say that part of it is because fast food has gotten stupid expensive. But also finding out that adults are ordering the kids' meals. I know Ronner is saying because he wants the toys, but that's not it. We're also eating kids' meals because there's enough food in there. I remember growing up, and maybe it's just because I'm old, just an old man. I remember the old days, the 1900s. Oh, my goodness. It was a simpler time. Pre-internets. And I remember going to the fast food place, and my parents would get me cheeseburger, small fries, and a small drink. My parents would have a cheeseburger, regular fries, regular drink. It was it. That's what we got at McDonald's. And now you've got to have the Big Mac. They introduced the Big Mac. It was delicious, right? I love it. But now it's like the Big Mac, large fries, large drink. Oh, but supersize it. Now I'm getting a Big Mac with extra big fries and an extra big drink, right? And then they offer like the double quarter pounder, the triple quarter pounder, the quadruple quarter pounder, the double Big Mac. Oh yeah, go ahead and supersize that for me too. It used to be that 4 chicken nuggets was enough. The kids would get 4, adults would get 6. Then we got the 9-piece, and then they went 20-piece. That's for the whole family. No, 20 pieces for one teenage boy. Flat out, that's what it is. Truth is, we don't need as much food as what we're actually ordering. And what I find is that when I'm ordering in line, I'm hungry, and I want as much food as possible. But if I order the kids' meal, by the time I'm done, that's plenty. That's
really?
Plenty. Yeah. That's
okay.
plenty.
Okay.
You're not with me on this, huh?
No. I wasn't. And then when you explained it, I was like, at first I was about to be like, Chris, you're full of it.
You're crazy. Yeah.
But then as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, wait a minute. He might be onto something because I am hungry and I want the full meal.
Yes.
And then I get it. But sometimes, like, even when I get here and I'm starting to eat, like, I force myself to get it because it's like stupid expensive. I don't want to waste the money.
Yep.
But I always eat until by the time I'm done, I'm like, I'm going to vomit this.
I didn't need all this.
But now I'm thinking, like, yeah, if I would have just got the kids' meal and eaten that, Chris, wow, dude, you're blowing my mind right
Even
now.
just don't supersize the next one, right? Or just get the 2 hamburger meal or get the value menu or whatever and just see. Just try it once or twice. But okay. I have this problem where if I used to order like 4 cheeseburgers, right? Because I'm like, 4 cheeseburgers, that's better than 2 Big Macs. And it's much cheaper or whatever it is, right? Because listen, you don't get to be, I was almost 330 pounds. You don't get that big without working at it. But if I've got 4, I'm eating all 4. I'm not letting one get cold and go to waste and sit in the fridge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if it's sitting in the bag next to me, it's just calling my name. But if I don't have it, I don't need to eat it. So then I find myself eating less. My wife turned me onto that trick. I couldn't believe it. She used to take the kids out for dinner when they were little, and she'd get 4 kids' meals and then something for me. And I go, what are you going to eat? She goes, I got a kids' meal. That's enough.
Genius. She is a genius.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
I'm trying.
She could have done better. She took one for the team so nobody else would have to marry me. She's very good. She's very good for society. Genuinely very good. Chris Merrill, in from O'Kelly, KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.